Article 356 or the state emergency. Article 356 or state emergency, it says if the President of India feels that a state government cannot function in accordance to the provisions of the Constitution, if the President of India feels that a state government cannot function if a state government cannot function in accordance to the provisions of the Constitution, if the state government feels that, if the President feels that a state government cannot function in accordance with the provisions of the Constitution, the President of India can impose state emergency or President's rule. This is called state emergency or President's rule. Article 356 can be imposed, and when the President's rule is imposed, the state government is dismissed. Please note, in the national emergency, state governments are not dismissed. The state government is dismissed. And the state legislative assembly, it is either suspended or dissolved. The state legislative assembly is either suspended or dissolved. So, state government, the CM, the chief minister is thrown out. He is dismissed. He is no more CM, and the state legislative assembly is either suspended or dissolved. And this President's rule need to be approved by both the houses. Need to be approved by both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha within 6 months, within 2 months. Within 2 months. By a simple majority. Please note, it is not special majority. It need to be approved by both the houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, within 2 months by a simple majority. It need to be approved by both the houses of the parliament within 2 months with a simple majority, and again in this case also, now it is approved for 6 months at a time. Approved for 6 months at a time. But there is a small difference. The difference is the approval is for 6 months from the date of declaration of Article 356, from the date of declaration of Article 356. See, in 352, from the date of approval 6 months, but here if President's rule is imposed today, and if the approval is coming after 45 days or 50 days, but still from today 6 months is counted. But in that case, in Article 352, it was counted from the day it was approved 6 months. Okay, anyway, so from the date of declaration Article 356, it is approved for 6 months, and this can continue. After the end of 6 months, the parliament can extend this for another 6 months. So, please note, after 6 months, after the first 6 months, 356 can be extended for another 6 months in the same process by both the houses, by Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Okay. So, 1 year, 2 times it can be extended like this, it can be imposed. Then after 1 year, now the provision is very interesting. After 1 year, that means 2 President's rule, the 356 can be extended on 2 grounds. 356 can be extended on 2 grounds. 356 can be extended only on 2 grounds. Number 1, if national emergency is in force in that state. Okay. If national emergency for the whole of the country or a part of it, if national emergency is in force in that state, then the election cannot be held. The President's rule will be extended. Or the number 2 reason is, or one is if national emergency is in force in that state, or if the Chief Election Commissioner CEC declares that free and fair election cannot be held due to the in prevailing circumstances, If the Chief Election Commissioner declares that elections cannot be held, free and fair elections cannot be held in the prevailing circumstances, then 356 can be extended for 4 more times. 356 can be extended 4 more times, each time for 6 months. At the end of every 6 months, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha should approve. Chief Election Commissioner should give certificate again saying that I cannot conduct the election in these circumstances. Or national emergency should be continuing in those states. So, like this, first year, no reason. If the President of India feels that a state government cannot function in accordance with the provisions of the Constitution, 356 can be imposed. So, first year 2 times it has gone, then 4 more times means plus 2 more years. So, there are 3 years gone. Like this, 353 President's rule, President is directly ruling or the Governor is ruling on behalf of the President of India. But beyond 3 years, if elections are not possible, beyond 3 years, if elections are not possible, then a constitutional amendment is required to extend the period. Then a constitutional amendment to extend the President, Article 356. That means a special majority should be there. Parliament should pass, both the houses should pass with a special majority, citing the reason why elections cannot be held in a particular state. Okay. So, initially national emergency can be imposed for in a 2 6 months period, then 4 6 months period will be based on the certificate by the Chief Election Commissioner, or because of national emergency like that 3 years can be pushed. After 3 years, if the central government is not interested in conducting the election, then constitutional amendment, that means special majority is required to pass the resolution in the Parliament. So, that is what is the provision of and this 1 plus 2 year system, or the 3 year and every 6 months it has to be extended. All these provisions have been added through 44th Amendment Act. This 1 plus 2 year system was introduced through the 44th Amendment Act. And again, during the 42nd Amendment Act, it was decided that Article 356 can be imposed for 1 year at a time. 356 for 1 year at a time. So, when the Parliament approves, it is for 1 year, but 44th Amendment Act once again brought back to 6 months at a time, 6 months at a time, and this new 1 plus 2 years. First year, no reason to be given, it can be extended twice, but both the houses should vote separately, no joint sitting, nothing here. And then after 1 year, Chief Election Commission should certify I cannot conduct the election in the prevailing circumstances, or national emergency should be enforced. So, this is how the national emergency, the state emergency, Article 356 can be imposed. Now, coming to the effects of 356. When 356 is imposed, on the administrative structure or administrative effect, state government is dismissed, the president takes over the central rule, central government is ruling through the governor, okay. The council of ministers are dismissed, the center through the governor rules. Everything is in the hands of the center. The union home minister will be controlling everything, literally. When it comes to legislature or the legislator is either suspended or dissolved. Legislature is either suspended or dissolved, and all the legislative business of the state will be taken care by the center if Parliament will assume the legislative responsibility. Parliament will assume the legislative responsibility. Parliament will take over, and Parliament will have the exclusive legislative jurisdiction, assume the legislative responsibility. And does it have any effect on financial relation? No. No effect on financial relation. The state's finance will not be affected. No effect on financial relations between center and the state. And this particular state where Article 356 is imposed, no difference, no effect on the financial relation, okay, no effect on the financial relation. Also, is there any effect on fundamental rights? What about the effects on fundamental rights? No effect on fundamental rights. During President's rule, during Article 356, fundamental rights are not affected at all, but during national emergency, Article 352, fundamental rights are affected. Please don't forget. Okay. So, there is a lot of effect, or I will say the state government is dismissed, state legislature is dissolved or suspended, Parliament takes over the exclusive legislative powers, the state list will become union list, because there is no state government, there is state legislature. So, we can say during the national emergency, during the state emergency, during Article 356, we can say the state list will behave like, the state list behaves like union list. In national emergency, the state list behaves like concurrent list, because the state legislature is also there. State legislature also can make law, but the union law will prevail, right. So, no effect on financial relation, no results, no effect on fundamental rights are not suspended, it will continue as it is, even if there is President's rule. The center cannot alter the fundamental rights of the people. But in Jammu and Kashmir, unfortunately, they have suspended all, a lot of curfew, this, that. So, that is a separate case, and our Supreme Court also did not say anything till now. And last year, August 2019, they have abolished or abrogated Article 370. State government dismissed. Jammu and Kashmir is converted into a union territory and divided, bifurcated also. And a lot of restriction on the movement of the people, all political leaders arrested. It's like emergency, but without imposing emergency. And Supreme Court also has a very lenient view towards all these things. Supreme Court is very laid back approach and said that koi baat nahi, aaram se karenge hum. We will be doing it in a very leisurely way, unfortunately. So that is how that is a problem. That is where if the constitutional bodies, if they are not performing their duty in the right spirit, this is how it happened. Anyway, so no effect on Article 356 when it comes to fundamental rights. Now let me just talk about a few differences between 352 and 356 immediately, so that please remember 352 special majority is required, whereas 356 simple majority to get it approved. Then 356 should be approved within 1 month, it is within 2 months. Then 352 is counted 6 months from the day both the houses approve. Third point, with for 6 months from the day the second house approves. Here it is for 6 months from the day 356 was imposed. It is not from the day it was approved and all. Then in the Article 352, the state governments are not dismissed. State governments not dismissed. Where as in 356 the state government is dismissed. And 352 the state legislative assembly suspended or dissolved. Sorry, 352 state legislative assembly will continue. State legislative assembly continues to function. But here it is either suspended or dissolved. So since the state legislative assembly is there in 352, the union parliament can legislate. The sixth point is union parliament can legislate. So the state list will look like concurrent list. State list looks like concurrent list or behaves like a concurrent list, whereas in 356 since it is completely dissolved or suspended, it is like the union list. The state list behaves like union list. So there is a complete difference in this. And seventh point, we can say during national emergency fundamental rights are fully affected. Fundamental rights affected. During state emergency, no effect on fundamental rights, no effect on the fundamental rights. And also the financial relations not affected in financial relations not affected during Article 356. So these are the differences. So if there is a question separately on the difference between 352 and 356, you should be able to talk about that. Now when this 356 was debated, 356 was debated in the Constituent Assembly, many members of the Constituent Assembly expressed their reservation against Article 356, because many of them felt that this is a violation of the federal principle, because you are in a federation. What did we say? Federation, there will be central government, there will be state governments, both are coordinate and independent of each other, none is subordinate to the other. The states are not subordinate to the center and the center is not subordinate to the states. Both are having power in their respective sphere and both are independent, and the center cannot, in the US Constitution and all, the central government cannot or the federal government cannot dismiss the state governments. They have their independence. But in India, the central government can dismiss the state governments. That is why we call ourselves to be a quasi-federal constitution, or the experts call it as a quasi-federal constitution, where in emergency situation we attain the unitary character, the unitary characteristics. So when this debate came and when many members opposed, Dr. Ambedkar assured the House that the Constituent Assembly that don't worry, let this provision be there in extraordinary circumstances. It will be used only very sparingly, very rarely, and he said that this 356 will be a dead article. He said, he assured the members that 356 will be a dead article in the Indian Constitution. It will be very, very sparingly used, it will be used very rarely. In the rarest of the rare cases we will be using, please don't worry. But in the last 70 years of the working of the Indian Constitution, we have seen that Article 356 has been used and misused more than 100 times. And this has been proved that the working of the Indian Constitution or the working of the Indian democracy has proved that Article 356 is not a dead article, it is a deadly article. It has been misused most of the time. According to Sarkaria Commission, which is appointed to study the center-state relations in 1980s, it found that more than 90% of the cases of Article 356, its use, it was a misuse, it was not a use. So, Article 356 was misused left and right, that is the situation. But things changed after 1990s when the S.R. Bommai judgment came, or the Supreme Court judgment on Article 356 came. Okay. So, the first part of my discussion in Article 356, what are the provisions? Article 356, it can be imposed by the President of India if he feels that the state government cannot function in accordance with the provisions of the Constitution. Just one more point I would like to add here, that is, the President of India can arrive at his conclusion by himself, meaning the central government can arrive at this decision by using its own means, meaning it can use its own intelligence report and its own sources. If the President or the union government arrives at the conclusion that the state government cannot function in accordance with the Constitution, it can also arrive at this decision based on a letter or a report given by the governor, a letter or a report by the governor. So, the union government can come to a conclusion regarding this particular issue based on a report given by the governor also. But President of India can impose Article 356 without this letter also. That is what I said. If the President of India, President means the union government feels, the central government feels, the state government cannot function in accordance with the provisions of the Constitution, how do they feel it? How do they arrive at that conclusion? It can be using its own sources, it can be using its own intelligence sources and all, its own mechanism, or it can be through a letter or a report given by the governor. The fortnightly report by the governor also can be a reason. But the President of India can dismiss a state government without this letter, without the governor's recommendation also. So, that is the first part of it, and the state government is dismissed, and the the state legislative assembly is either suspended or dissolved. So, that is the first part of the discussion. Now, I will be moving into the second part, that is regarding the judgment, the Supreme Court judgment and the chances of misuse of Article 356.